Hello friends, welcome back to Joyful Hat Baker. I'm Kim, and today I wanted to talk to you all about a study and some news reports that came out a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to comment on it then. I was a little busy, but now I have time to. And I wanted to make sure I addressed it because the study was on erythritol. Erythritol is a sweetener that my son uses, who is on keto diet for epilepsy, uses often. He, in any store-bought treats that we buy, it has it in it, or if I make homemade snacks for him, we use Swerve sweetener, which is erythritol. And so since he uses that sweetener, I made sure that I looked into this study. What did it actually say? Because if you don't know already, news reports are usually false. They like to exaggerate their side of the story and ignore facts a lot of the time. The story that they don't want to tell, the news is very biased, we'll say. So I made sure to look at this study and do some research and listen to many doctors on what the study actually said, and I actually looked at the study myself. And I wanted to share that with you all and let you know the doctors that I watch their videos and listen to, and let you know what I found out. So basically, the news was saying that erythritol is going to give you heart problems, and so you should not be consuming it because it is something that's causing heart problems. Well, first of all, it seems like right now they're attributing everything to heart problems, and well, I have my own opinion as to where the sudden onset of heart problems came from, and it is not erythritol or gas stoves or any of the other ridiculous things that the media has been touting as being the reason for it. But I won't get into the reason why. But I will say erythritol is not necessarily one of the culprits. As soon as I heard it, I went to the doctors that I like to get good information from and listened to them to see what they said about erythritol. So some of the videos I watched, and you can look up, you can just type in this doctor's name and then the word erythritol after, and it will lead you right to these videos. I watched Ivor Cummins. That was a good video. He reports on a lot of good health stuff and lots of many different areas of life, but Ivor Cummins, and I will link these in the description box below, or at least write their names so you can look it up. Like I say, all you do is put the name in and erythritol, and it'll show you exactly their videos. I also watched Dr. Berg, his video on the erythritol, High Intensity Health. They're a very good resource for health studies and stuff. Biolayne, which was a new doctor I had not ever watched before, but he seemed very knowledgeable, and I've watched more since then. I liked him. And then Dr. KenDBerry and Dr. Shawn Baker. And here's a couple of the points I wanted to make, like Dr. Shawn Baker's video. He does not like erythritol. He is definitely not pro on it, but he even says that that is not what caused the heart problems in this study. Even though he thinks people should just not have sugar at all and not substitute real sugar for fake sugar, that's not a good thing. He's more pro-carnivore. But even he said that that's not what caused the heart problems, and if you need a sweetener, erythritol is probably the best you can pick. Or at least it's not horrible. Then KenDBerry said about the same thing, that occasionally it's okay, but if you're having erythritol at every meal, no, that's not good. And all of these doctors, in one way or another, said that this study, the results that the media put out, are not true. Some of the reasons why that I got from some of these videos is, one, the study produced a correlation, not a causation. A correlation and causation are completely different. If something's correlated, For instance, you could correlate the increased consumption of ice cream in the summer is correlated to sunburns. Now, does ice cream cause sunburns? No, but they're correlated because people eat more ice cream in the summer, people go outside in the summer, they get more sunburn. They just both are risen in the summer. So they're correlated, but one is not the cause of the other. They have nothing to do with each other. And in a lot of studies, that's what you'll find. Things will be correlated, but have absolutely no cause. And this is one of those. Also in this study, they measured erythritol in the blood. I did not know this before I studied on this study, that we have erythritol in our blood all the time. And it's a natural thing that our body produces. So they measured the erythritol in the blood, not consumption of erythritol in this study. So we have no idea whether these people were ingesting a ton of it or none at all. That right there debunks what the media says, that consuming erythritol is going to make you die of a heart attack. We have no idea from this study because it wasn't studied. Another thing I learned is that those people who are sicker, like have diabetes, are obese, or have high blood pressure, basically people who are sick, they produce more erythritol in their blood than do people who are healthy. And the people in this study, most of them were sick. They did have diabetes, they were obese, they had high blood pressure, they had all of these conditions which would naturally raise the erythritol in their blood. So that right there could be the cause for it. It's just because they're sicker, not because they consumed any at all, because we don't know if they did or not. Also, we have other studies, many of them, which prove that erythritol is not bad for you and is an okay sugar alternative. So you have to look at not only how was the study done, but what do other studies say? You know, there's many studies done on every subject almost. So you have to look at the consensus, not just one. And going back to the sick people have more in their blood, one of the doctors also theorized that could our bodies produce more because we're sick, and could that be well, we know they do, but could that be a good thing? Just because the erythritol's there doesn't mean it's there to cause harm. Just like a firefighter is always at a fire, but that doesn't mean they set the fire. They're there to help. It's kind of the same thing in our bodies. Is that erythritol there to try to be a help to our body? Which it probably is. Our bodies are designed perfectly, and it doesn't mess up unless we have a physical, chemical, or emotional toxin or trauma that causes our body to not work properly. You know, our body wants to work right, and so is that erythritol there a good thing? We don't know. So anyway, that is why I am not worried about this study at all. I'm not worried about my son eating erythritol. I'm not worried about him having a heart attack from it. He is so much healthier than what he was 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago. Before he started the keto diet, he was not very healthy at all. I didn't realize how unhealthy we all were. And so I am not worried about a little bit of erythritol in his diet. Now, did I tell him to stop eating so many snacks? Of course, but don't we tell all our kids that? Maybe limit your snacks and eat more healthy food. We have to tell all our kids that, and ourselves. I even tell myself that. So yes, I told him that, but I am not worried about him having erythritol at all. And I really don't think you should be either. But please, look up these doctors, what they say about erythritol, and please go off of what doctors who have studied the study and have researched it and can actually flesh out these studies. And I know the one high intensity health, I love how he will actually put up a screenshot of the study so you can see exactly what he's reading off of and where he's getting his information on the actual study. I love that he does that. And so just please, if you have any concerns about erythritol, research it with these doctors or any others that are actually looking at the study, not going off of just what they heard. I did watch other videos where they were just going off of, this is what the news article says, so we need to be worried. They didn't even look at the study. Do not follow doctors who won't do the research and look at the actual study themselves, because then they are going off of false information. You can't go by what you just hear. You have to actually look into it. So thanks for watching today, friends. I hope you'll like this video, subscribe to my channel, and continue to join me in this joy-filled life. Thanks. Bye.